when it comes to repro labels, that's where probably me and you agree that that's a lot different.
Okay, that's very different.
A lot different. This is why. Go.
And okay, here's my first thing. Before we even get in talking into if they should be okay or not, let me ask anyone who's a collector. Here's my problem with repro labels. I don't believe that anyone who actually says they want them to replace a label is either honest or can qualify themselves as a collector. And here's why. Look at things like antiques. Look at other collectibles, okay?
Sure.
If you do refurbishing work on an old antique table, you take the value of it down because it's no longer what it was.
It's not the original.
If someone had reproduction sleeves for all of my Brian Eno records, I'd say, no, I don't want them. It doesn't matter how pristine they look because it's not the original thing.
It's like comic books when you get them restored. The value drops precipitously.
You take what you can, like this F-15 City War with its dings, it's its character, but it's original. Sure. So if you're telling me that you want to do that for your collection, then I'm going to tell you you're not a collector because then you're far more concerned about aesthetics than anything else. And that's fucking ridiculous. Two, if that's actually...
here's a big thing, too. The label, it does not affect the gameplay at all.
No,
it doesn't affect the game.
But here's my other thing, and this is where people will argue it. So put something on there that says reproduction, right? They're like, no, it doesn't look the same. No, if all you're doing it for is so that you can tell yourself that your label looks prettier, then you should not matter if there is some distinguishing mark in some corner that someone can check for that says reproduction. If someone looks at it at a glance, they're not going to notice, but at least then people like myself, other buyers, resellers know what to look out for, so they know they're not getting bullshit. And
that's why I don't like it. And that's why when you have these douchebags now selling repro Flintstones Dinosaur Peak labels on eBay to replace the damaged labels, like there's so many damaged labels of carts out there for Flintstones Dinosaur Peaks that they have like 30 available at once for sale for $5 a pop. You are now affecting something that's a lot different than a repro cart. That's obviously different. You're now affecting the secondary market more directly because now you have potential for scamming, potential for people getting ripped off.
Right.
That's a lot different than a repro cart where it's very hard to get ripped off by a repro cart because it looks different on the outside and the inside.
Right. If someone comes into me, say at work, and they put down Wanpaku graffiti in a Nintendo case, and they put down a Flintstones Dinosaur Peak, I can immediately look at the Wanpaku graffiti and go, okay, cool repro, dude. I'll give you, what'd you pay? Let me look it up. I'll give you a few bucks. Someone will buy it. That's fine. But the Dinosaur Peak, I'm going to look at and be like, I don't even... Dude, at this point, I got to tell you, if someone brought a Dinosaur Peak into me, I'd probably send it back with them. I probably would not trust them on it. Well, I'd open it up.
You'd have to open up.
I'd open it up. But it honestly wouldn't be worth the hassle.
You might as well open up and call your good buddy Pat down to verify it,
I can verify it myself, thank you very much.
Well, I have one I could look at. Match it against.